daily vlog. 75, and this one's late. And I tell you what, yesterday was a rough day, man. It was rough. We had some bad storms in the area, and I ended up getting home about, I don't know, probably about 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. And I got home, we didn't have no power. So when I left work, just the seatbelt's choking me. When I left work, my wife told me, I text her when I leave work, you know, so she knows I'm heading home and everything's cool. And I got to turn right here. Hang on a second. And I left work. I texted her. I said, I'm heading that way, honey. You know, and she goes, well, we ain't got no power, which she told me that earlier in the night. And I figured it'd been turned back on, you know, by the time I was heading home or got home or whatever. And it wasn't. So she said, if you want something to eat, you might have to stop somewhere and pick something up or something, because we can't fix nothing here because we ain't got no power, you know. I was like, okay, yeah. So, like I said, I got off later than usual yesterday, which was, you know, almost 24 hours ago. Not quite, about 23 hours ago. And so there's this Burger King that's on the way home from work, and I don't really do Burger King. I just can't do it. But being late as it was, I was like, man, my choices are limited, man. I don't know what to do. So Burger King was lit up. All the lights was on. The lights in the drive-thru was on. The drive-thru menu was lit up. I pulled up there, and as soon as I pulled up to the speaker, they said, I'm sorry, but we are currently closed. I was like, man. So I left and went down the street about a couple of miles, 3 miles. There's a McDonald's down there on the right. Again, it was lit up. I was like, okay, McDonald's, the drive-thru usually is open 24 hours. I pull up to the I pull up in the drive. There's only 2 cars in the parking lot. I'm like, okay, there are people here working. Excuse me. And I pulled up to the speaker. I sat there. I'm looking at the menu, you know, trying to decide what I want. And I'm sitting there, and a few minutes goes by. I'm like, is anybody going to take my order or what? You know, so I drive to the window, and I see like these 3 ladies walking around. I was like, okay. So I circle back around and go to the drive-thru again. I know it's stupid, ain't it? But I thought maybe, you know, because it was one of those double drive-thrus. So I thought maybe the one I was in, it wasn't working. So I drove back around and went to a different one. And sat there for a few minutes, nothing. I was like, and it says right there at the window, when you go around to the pickup window, it says open 24 hours. I was like, this is weird. So I go up to the window, and I look, and I see this one lady cleaning like the milkshake machine. So I knock on the window. She does like a double take. She's like surprised to see me sitting there. And I'm like, are y'all closed? You know, she can't hear me because the window's closed, but she can, I guess, read my lips. And she's like, you know, yeah, we're closed. And I was like, okay, how come you don't have the lights cut off? So that's 2 strikes, right? So I leave, and I go down a couple more miles, and there's a Taco Bell on another corner down there, a couple miles down the road. And I said, maybe Taco Bell's open. I don't know. So I get there, and I look, and I see a couple of cars in the drive-thru. I was like, oh man, okay. So I pull in there, and I go to the speaker, and sure enough, you know, welcome to Taco Bell. Can I take your order? And I was like, oh, thank you. So I got a couple of things, a couple of burrito supremes, and I know it's not the best choice at 2:30 in the morning, you know, or whatever, but what else was I going to do, you know? So I'm eating this stuff in this truck. You know, I got the light on like I do now, and I'm eating it. Man, that stuff is getting all over my shirt, everything else. Drastic times call for drastic measures, I guess, you know. So I'm eating that. I eat it on the way home, going out here through the country and everything. And I get to the house, and the street that we live on, you know, I look, and it was just dark. I was like, man. And I said, nope, they ain't got the lights cut back on yet. So I get out of my truck, and you know, you can get an app on your phone so you can turn your phone like to a flashlight, you know. So that's what I did. I turned my flashlight on my phone. I turned it on and got out of the truck and was walking up the hill from the driveway. There was like a hill up to the door, and it was dark, and it was so weird. You could like hear a pin drop out there, which you know is normal, but usually it's not. You know, usually you hear cars going up down the road, but again, it was like, you know, like right at 3 a.m. So I get inside, and we got 3 little chihuahuas, and they're barking, raising all kind of saying. Rah, 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 rah. They run into the kitchen. They see me, you know. I got my little flashlight on. My wife had a couple of candles lit in the house because, you know, the lights was out, of course. And I get them calmed down, and I figured it woke my wife up. She didn't wake up. She was snoozing, boy. She was gone, which I was glad it didn't wake her up, you know. And so, you know, I couldn't take a shower or nothing. We didn't have no electricity, you know. I was like, man, this sucks. And I said, well, at least I got something to eat, you know. So I got into bed, and I fell asleep. I woke up. It was about, I think it was about 6:30 this morning. I woke up, and it was really strange. I woke up, and when I opened my eyes, the light on the ceiling fan was shining down on us. The light in my music room was on, and then the light right beside my wife's face on her side of the bed, it was shining right in her face. So there's 3 lights on. And I said, my God. So I got up and cut all them lights off and got back into bed, and I went back to sleep. Woke up about 11 o'clock and got a shower, everything, got ready, and got ready to come to work. And it's been a rough couple of days, to say the least. And oh yeah, another thing that's really, some people might like this. I don't know. I wasn't crazy about it, but when you go into a house and there's no electricity, it is so quiet in that house. Excuse me, you can hear a pin drop. That's strange. To me, that's just like, ugh. So, but yeah, I laid there and I went to sleep, but man, so that's why this one is so late. You know, it's just couldn't do anything, you know. I mean, I don't know, it was just a lot going on, plus we didn't have no power, and it was just crazy. So, but we made it. So here it is, 1:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm heading home, as you can see, and it's officially Friday. So I got Friday and Saturday off. I believe my 2 little granddaughters are at the house. I think my wife said they're spending the night. So that'll be fun to hang out with them some tomorrow, and I'm hoping to do another cover song tomorrow. I started working on it some today, what I could, the time frame I had, which was really not much. And so I won't say what it is. I just have to leave it a surprise, you know. And so hopefully we can get that tomorrow. I was really close to getting it done today, but it just wasn't quite there. And I just was like, man, I can't let it go like that. I had a couple of mistakes here and there, and that just, some people might not notice, but I would notice. I would notice that I messed up right here, this little part here or something. And that just irks me, man. I can't stand that. Not that everything I play is is perfect, because it's not. But what I'm trying to do, I know what I'm trying to accomplish, and I'm like, man, I got to get that right. You know, I don't know. I guess that's just the way I am, I guess. I don't know. But I like it to be close as it can be, you know, so it can be halfway decent anyway. So hopefully we'll get that done after I get home here in just a few minutes, get a shower, go to bed, and hopefully get to work on it tomorrow sometime, I hope. So hopefully that'll work out. And I got a car behind me. Ain't that weird? Man, what the heck? So anyway, just wanted to jump on here for a few minutes and give y'all a quick update. And I apologize that it's so late, but when you got stuff going on and trying to get my job done and everything else, I can only do with what I have to work with sometimes, so, which I know can be aggravating sometimes. But so thank y'all for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a great day whenever you see this. Hope you have a great weekend, and hopefully we don't have no bad weather later today. I hope not.